Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Co-Managers Inner Circle. My name's Jonathan, and lovely to have you here this evening. So has it been rainy where you are? It's certainly been rainy here in Southport, but once again, great to have you along this evening. So what have you been up to? Lots going on at the moment. Who would believe that it was almost a year ago, almost pretty much to the day, actually. I remember we were already locked down by this stage now. Last year, we'd already entered what we call stage black, and our battle knickers were well and truly getting worn in, and I can't believe that a year on. I think we all thought at the time that it would be a few months, maybe that by summer we'd probably be back to it again. And certainly, I remember thinking, well, September we'll sort of be back to normal again. Even care shows that I was due to speak at in October, we're still planning on delivering those. But it's a very, very different times. But we've got through it, and we've learned an awful lot. And many thanks to all of you for helping each other, for sharing, because once again, sharing is caring. So if you're joining us for the first time here on the Inner Circle, welcome. You're very, very welcome here. It is a warm, friendly place to come along, hang out, chill out, bring a cup of tea or a glass of wine or whatever it might be, and great to have you along. We're here to look after each other. It's I think, as I've said, it's been a hell of a year, and we continue to crack on, which is great. And so tonight, I just wanted to talk about corporate values. Anyway, I'm going to start with a little song for those of you who are watching on catch up, hashtag catch up, and for those of you who are here for the very first time, good to see you. But yeah, two things: I can't sing and I can't play the ukulele. So there you go. So you got a mix of both of them. As you'll find out very shortly. If I could navigate the oceans in a motorboat, fly across the desert on a 10-pound note, I could be almost anything. Everywhere I go, if I could take your love with me, I could tame the wildest animals with just one stare, even take my chances with a polar bear. I could be in mortal danger, wouldn't care if I could take your love with me. And so you made me a promise that you'll always be around, and you'll stay true and honest. Told you couldn't sing. Now I need you in my pocket, in my head and in my heart, just trying to find a way to take you everywhere I went. And so you bought me ukulele with a message inside. Always have it with me, never leave me behind. And everywhere I play it, keep you in mind. I could take your love with me, and I could take your love with me, and I could take your love with me. Well, I'm surprised anyone's still there after that car crash of ukulele and fantastic singing. Well, I am available for weddings, bar mitzvahs, etc. Anyway, tonight I want to talk about values, the importance of them, or maybe not. And it was about 2 years ago now that the true importance, of course, the answer to that is they are important. But why are they important? And why should we be bothered? Why should you be bothered? Why should any care organization be bothered about your values? Are they just a mix of nouns that you shove together, look great on a corporate wall? You might have your own brochure. They look fantastic in there. You'll probably have the words like care, respect, dignity. And why does that really matter? Does it change your organization? And first and foremost, let me say, we all go through life, and then there's that eureka moment. I think in life you go through being told probably the same old message, and then all of a sudden someone will come along and sort of deliver that message to you, and you think, oh my God, using different words, different presentation. And it was presented to me about two years ago. Of course, I'd had all the corporate speak about values are really important, etc. And CQC. It always starts with that CQC expects to see. The CQC would like you to see this. Well, It was only until about 2 years ago that we started then decided we need to do something about our recruiting at Birkdale Park and also Rosebank. And I then started thinking, what is it? What is it that makes us completely and utterly unique? Why are we different from the other care home? What is it, or what's our USP? And that was the start of thinking, right, well, what is it I need to get over in this little short video that shows what we're about? And then all of a sudden, even though we didn't have any formal corporate values, all of a sudden I started putting those together. And that was the start, really, of something which I found at the time quite extraordinary. I'm not going to start saying we had a great big corporate or care home day where we got loads of post-its and shoved them on walls, and that's great. I mean, and if you've done that, that's super great, and involve as many people as you possibly can, and you get buy-in from your staff and residents and other stakeholders. I hate that word, but you know what I mean. That was that sort of thing, and I started then putting together, and I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do a screen share. God, we're getting proper fancy tonight, aren't we? I'm going to do a screen share. Bear with me a second. Let's go for it. Come on, Connie, let's see. Hey, check that out. I don't even know if you're still there. Anyway, right, this is what I produced. And I wanted something on one side of A4 which showed us what we're about. Dead simple. Yeah, and this is what started, and I was a great believer from a corporate days of the, your corporate mission statements, which I love Kodak's, which was called Kill Xerox, actually. Kodak, as in the company Kodak, was Kill Xerox. And but Walt Disney's was to make people happy. And I thought, how beautiful is that? Beautifully simple, not great big corporate mission statements that were so verbose and several pages long and several paragraphs long. And we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. There's going to be world domination, and we're going to look after lots of people. And da, 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 da. So I came up with this, and it just summarizes on one side of A4 what we're about. And tonight it's just showing you some. So I'm not saying you've got to do this, but this is what worked for us, and it's been in place now for a couple of years. And there you got at the top there, an opening paragraph which really sort of says this is what we're absolutely about. This is why we're so different. And of course there'll be aspects of that, but this is what we are absolutely at Birkdale Park. And there's our purpose. You could call that your mission, but I felt that this is our important purpose, to provide exceptional, loving nursing care to mum and dad. Simple as that. And there's a reason behind every single word of that. And of course, yeah, you could have your aunt and uncle in there, but there's a spirit behind that. And then suddenly, we don't sell beds. We deliver 3 R's, and these are all emotional states. The first R there is reassurance, as you see there. So reassurance that mum and dad, is in a safe place, free from harm, abuse, and neglect, and they will be looked after by people who really care, and therefore a family can sleep at night. What a great reassurance to a family after so many months and possibly years of anxiety and anxiousness. You're going to then the next thing is you're going to give back relationships, beautiful moments of precious relationship again, which are going to be enjoyed and remembered and really cherished. And that's, so after years again of the strain on the relationship, where the whole relationship has been marred by this almost like cloud of anxiety because you're looking after mum and a personal care, and that could be a son, really particularly troubling for sons then having to look after their poor mum and personal care. And I've had that conversation with so many sons, and he said, this isn't right. I shouldn't be delivering this care, or that, I felt my mum's dignity is more than this. And then a reason to live every day. And that's so important to me, that third one, that a reason to live every day. You get up, there's a reason to get up. We're not having people existing in beds, waiting to die. No way, we're not having any of that. And so that third R, reason to live every day. And we have 3 simple goals. Everything in life is about 3s. is the most caring place for mum and dad, as you see there. We do not compromise on care. That we're a beacon for clinical and care management excellence, in terms of a teaching home, following the latest guidance or whatever that might be, leadership best practice, etc. And the most IT and social media enabled home in UK, and that's what we strive for. And then and I'll stop sharing that because and then we've got 5 values, and I'll show you these in a second. Love, fun and laughter, mission, team, self, the ability to say sorry, and the conscience of excellence. And what you'll notice about those 3 or those 5 core values is that they are absolutely heartfelt. You haven't got a buzzword like dignity and respect and caring in there. It's not about buzzword bingo. That is absolutely 100% what we're about. Let me just stop that. Hold on. There we go. We'll be back in the room. I'm still sharing. I've no idea. Anyway, so the important thing was that that was a starting point. If someone just said, what the hell are we about? And I brief that to every single relative who comes around. I brief that to every member of staff. I rebrief that to our seniors, our RGNs, at meetings, to just continually keep them aligned. That to me is my waypoint on the horizon, to say that is our beacon. That's what we're about. And it doesn't matter how we get buffered by the storm, from left to right, from north to south, whatever analogies it is, that's our waypoint. That is our waypoint. Let's see who we've got in here. So we've got Heidi there saying, hello, if you're okay. Well, hello, Heidi. Good to see you. There's going to read us. Someone, Mr. Ramazan's just arrived. And then good evening from going to read. Let's see, there you go, just to lighten up my day. And then Michelle is saying hi. Sorry about the dog in the background. So there you go. This is the way it goes. So there you go. So lots of good to see you all. Alfie, shh. Alfie. So I just want to show you, right? So our values, there you go. There are values. And we got a graphic designer just to put these together, which are really important. So love and laugh. So these are the value sets, and it literally drives everything we're all about now when it comes to recruitment, everything else. And it's just a lovely thing that I know it now features in our brochure. And I know there's nothing in there that is some sort of buzzword bingo. It's completely and utterly different. And that's what it makes it so special. So the reason why I feel this is important for all of us is that what is your DNA? What is your DNA of your organization? Because we've all got, similar to ourselves, your organization DNA is completely different to every other organization. There's no one like you. So what makes you, what makes your organization, what makes your care organization so incredibly special that you can then start to summarize? And there's a reason behind every single one of those care values. There's a reason behind every single one of that you can heartfelt explain to someone in terms of love, fun and laughter, mission, team, self, the ability to say sorry, and conscience of excellence. This is something, and there's a little bit of text that supports that really explains that. And the final one I'll just share with you. This is the belief and values tree. I find this really useful to explain to staff that first and foremost, your care environment informs and provides the nutrients for your values, and the roots here of your care tree is your care organization. There's no great surprise that Birkdale Park is a tree, because I can use it for all sorts, like family tree, etc. But the environment here provides the best grounding for your values, and you can see those. So the values, the 5 values that you might have, would be here, and they feed into your belief system. What do you genuinely believe your organization should be? And this is very much in terms of yourself as well. What are your own beliefs in life? Because your beliefs then fuel and form your thoughts, your actions, and your behaviors. I'm sorry, your thoughts then into your actions and behaviors, and they're the leaves on the tree. And it's a good little way of describing the importance of your values, because your values is very much there is, as Heidi says, there's Let's see. There's always fun laughter. I've had comments from residents about my laugh being a bit dirty, but dirty, but lovely to hear. Laughter is the best medicine. Absolutely right, Heidi. I talk about the laughometer at work, and the laughometer is something so important. Our housekeeping girls are what I call my HD girls, my girls in purple, in their purple uniforms. They are so funny. And Debbie's got the dirtiest laugh ever. So a bit like you, Heidi, and she's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. She fills corridors with so much love and laughter. And the bantometer as well. You know, a sign of a really good home is where the banter is so funny. Another way of describing it as well, in terms of fun and laughter, which is being one of our, I've always said, if you can't find fun and laughter in even, you know, washing out and twirling out a commode, then you're in the wrong job. You've got to find fun and laughter and banter. And the bantometer is something which is so important. You know, you've got to be able, and you as the or the CFO, that's not the chief finance officer, you're the chief fun officer for your organization, because you've got to make people laugh, because they're in your organization, they spend so much time at work. Then you've got to make it fun. Let's see what other comments we have this evening. This is great. I'm getting used to my StreamYard, as you might have gathered. Facebook user says hi. Lighten up, yeah, there we go. And there's good evening, all. Made it tonight. Well, good to see you, team. I'm going to love you and leave you. So tonight was really just the importance of your values. They are super important, and not because of buzzword bingo or trying to put something into your latest glossy corporate brochure. That's the last thing. When you start to understand how important these things are, and it's the best recruiting sergeant ever, when you're walking around and you explain to people, this is what we're about. And that little one, which I explain to people, is, apart from explaining these all, but mission team self. There you go. Mission team self is about, you know, in that order, we've got a mission to deliver outstanding quality care, and we cannot compromise on that. The next thing is to look after your team. And then the final one, mission team self. The self is looking after the individuals in that team. And it's in that order. We have to deliver care and safe care within a safe environment, by a fabulous team, and then by individuals. And it's in that order that we make sure that we deliver our care. Guys, you've been absolutely fabulous. I told you at the start, I couldn't sing or play the ukulele. Right, have a lovely day, have a lovely weekend, look after yourselves, be kind, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now.